Good evening, everyone. I hope everybody is doing great and has had a wonderful and fantastic week. I got my boy here, NC Relic Hunter, Mr. Michael Coley, is in the house with me, and glad to have Michael. And we got
How's it going, guys?
yeah, how's it going, everybody? And we've got about 30 people in here tonight, Michael. So we're gonna run through and give our usual shout outs to start the show. I see my light flickering behind me? Looks like it's flickering a
Um,
little bit.
I don't see it flicker.
Well, it looks like it's flickering on mine. Maybe it's not flickering on y'all, but
It might be lightning because there's a storm coming through here now.
I don't think it's lightning. It just was flashing real quick. But anyway, let's run through and give some shout outs, Michael, real quick, and then we'll get rolling. We've got Mr. Steve FPV. Glad to have him in here. Chris, as always, is in the house with us. Mr. Sniffit Out is in here with us tonight. My main man, Mr. Surfside Dan. Glad to have Dan in here with us. Uh, let's see. Digging Daryl is in here with us. Glad to have Digging Daryl. We're going to actually show a great find from Digging Daryl in just a few minutes. Tesh Ridge Digger is in here with us tonight. Don't Tread on Me Metal Detecting's in here with us. Always glad to have him. Mr. Damian Thorne is in here. Mr. Wild here is in here with us as well. And Don't Tread on Me. Doug Atkins is in here. We got a find from Doug coming up real soon. Mr. LC Hunt. We hadn't seen LC in a while, but glad to have LC in here with us tonight. Mr.
Yeah.
Metal Detective Northwestern Wisconsin is in here. Mr. Workman's Adventures. Mr. Tin Man's in here, Michael. And I got a great find from Tin Man. I got a couple of great finds from Tin Man. I'm gonna let him actually narrate some of his finds because he had so many, but they were really, really, really good. So super excited to share his finds. Edward G is in the house with us. Mr. Edward G. Bales is here with us tonight. Always glad to have Bales in here. Border Rufflin, I think, or that's what it is? Ruffian? Border Ruffian. I think that's what it is.
Brilliant.
Glad to
Yeah.
have him in here with us. Mr. Ricky Bennett, my main man, Mr. Lance McElwain. Always super excited to have Lance in here with us. Let's see, Mr. Mark D is in the house. Yes, hope everybody did find some great treasures, Mark D, and maybe we'll get some shared with us. Mr. James Bazell, um, good old Iffy Signals is in here with us tonight. Glad to have Iffy in here. Alabama Digger is in here. Glad to have Alabama Digger in here with us. Mr. NC Lost Relic Recovery is in here tonight with us. I'm trying not to miss anybody. Mr. Finders Keepers is in here with us. Carson Chris, always super excited to have him in here. Uh, Mr. Metal Detecting with CZ Kid, super, super great guy. Glad to have him in here with us. Again, I'm trying not to miss anybody, Michael. Mr. Mark C, we got 46 in here, so we're climbing up. Mr. Mark C is in the house. Mr. Fly Rock is in the house, all the way from Nevada. Always super excited to have him in here with us. And we've got some things coming up from him too, as well, which you saw his promotion there at the beginning. All of our live stream videos are sponsored by Joel Leadbelt, which is Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA. And we do have some great things that we're going to show you from him as well. Double G Diggs is in the house. Glad to have them in here. Mr. JC is in the house. Glad to have him. Mr. William Birch, also great to have in the house. William's always a great participant. Mr. Joe Dirt is in the house. Mr. James Letner is in here with us. And I'm trying to get everybody, Michael. We got a lot of people in here tonight. I'm trying to go through. I think I've got everybody. And if I missed you, I apologize. And hopefully everybody got mentioned. I love giving shout outs. It just shows what a great and amazing group we have. Michael, I'm going to turn on my light over here if I can.
Iffy, did you mention Iffy Signals is in here?
Yeah, I mentioned Iffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mentioned Iffy. That should help with that flickering. There was some flickering going on. Okay, so yes, I got Iffy in the house, and we're always super excited to have Iffy in here, Tim Man, of course, and some others. So We've got a lot going on, Michael. We are going to do our finds of the week, but before we do, again, I wanted to mention um, if you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. We would greatly appreciate it. You can always subscribe, it's totally free to subscribe and be a part of our channel. We try to come every weekend with at least one show on either Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Sometimes we have to move it around a little bit, but we try to be here every weekend to give you guys some great information and some great stuff that we've found and we've shared out on our finds and out on our digs. So, looking forward to sharing some information tonight. Again, one of our main sponsors is Mr. Joel Liebelt. Down at the bottom, scrolling across the bottom, you will see that Joel is all of his contact information. If you're interested in buying a machine, if you're interested in an accessory, whatever, let Joel try to hook you up. Joel is a great and fantastic guy. He has done great things for Michael and I, and we really appreciate him, and we want him to be able to do some great things for you too. If you're looking for something or in need of something, then Joel is the man that you need to see. We are always glad to have Joel in here with us tonight. And Joel is just an awesome and amazing guy for sure. So we appreciate him being here tonight with us. And again, his contact information is down at the bottom. Give Joel a try if you haven't already. He can get you set up with some good stuff. And if you're looking for machine accessories, pinpointer, whatever it may be, Joel can get you hooked up with the things that you are looking for. So super excited about having Joel in here with us. So Michael, tell us about. I know you went on a hunt the other day. So tell us a little bit about your hunt, real quick.
Yeah, I went to a spot I've actually hunted several times, and it's a colonial spot. I ran the DS2 13-inch coil with the sweeper program, and I done pretty well. I found several buttons and several musket balls. Pieces, just small pieces of lead. But I was surprised. Found a little cuff link at about 10 inches, and it was, I mean, just a banging signal with that 13-inch coil, and it
Okay.
really surprised me.
Michael, what did you? I mean, I know you've run the sweeper program before. How did that perform in your soil, and what were you noticing with that program based on the things that we've done with it?
Well, the soil that I was hunting, it was more sandy soil, and it was really mild soil where I was at. Like you go one county over from where I'm at, and it's pretty harsh, mineralized soil. But you go more to the east, a county, and it's sandy soil. So it was great soil. I mean, it just, a lot of the signals were down in the upper 40s and 50s, those small buttons, and
Right.
so that just, it pays to dig those lower numbers, especially
Right.
without time.
And that was something too that we might dive into tonight about digging lower numbers and what could be some of the possibilities of some of those things that you could dig from digging some of those lower numbers. So we might even dive a little bit into that tonight. Double G Diggs has got a great question to start the show off. He says, with dig stock around the corner, what program would you recommend for the dais to deal with all the aluminum? What do you think, Michael? What would you choose if you were dealing with modern trash? I'm real curious.
I don't know if it's more the program or just notch. I might would run some notch up to maybe, you know, I would 35 to 40, to
Right.
handle that smaller aluminum. You could still run the sweeper program, just run a little notch in it.
Yeah, you could run Notch. I'll tell you one program that I found that was beneficial when I was at Digstock last year, and you guys are going to find this sort of crazy, but the program that I found that worked the best with the modern aluminum trash was actually dive program using the beach program. Ultra deep, but it really handled the aluminum very, very well. And you could really tell a distinct difference in that. The other program naturally would probably be Park, and then you could use Sensitive as well. I believe on any of those programs, I think would work extremely well with the modern trash. So yeah, you could definitely do that. Finders Keeper says, is it too late to get signed up for Dig Stock this year? I think they have already filled up. You could probably get on a waiting list, Finders Keepers, and probably can might get in that way as if somebody cancels. But I'm pretty sure because they limited the number of participants for this Dig Stock coming up in February, from what I was told.
Is that towards the end of February?
It's towards the end of February. I am not attending that Dig Stock because I think they've got it limited to like 200 people, if I'm not mistaken. It's very small. So again, you might be able to get on a waiting list. I would go to the Dig Stock website, sort of put your name in, and see if you can still get in. Dig Stock was a great time for me last year. I really enjoyed it. I think those guys do a great job with their hunts. And if you are looking for a great event to go to, it is one that I would strongly suggest. It's just good hanging out with everybody, even if you don't really find that much. It's just good getting together and hunting like that. Don't you think so, Michael?
Yeah, and a lot of the metal detecting companies will be at Dig Stock, so that's you can kind of go see what they have new to offer and talk with them. And it's just there's a lot of dealers there. It's just a lot to look at as well as it's hunting too.
Yeah. Yeah. So somebody said I must have a glitch in the matrix. So I noticed that I'm actually sort of flickering a little bit. So I'm gonna turn my light up a little bit, Michael. See if that helps with the flickering. But it was flickering a little bit. I could see it on my end. Okay, so hopefully that did away with the flickering. It's probably because it's dark, and that's what's causing it. But thank you, Carson Chris, for letting me know. Where's Dig Stock this year? Wisco Detect wants to know. It's in North Carolina again, but I'm still flickering. I don't know what in the world is going on. Let's turn up all the lights.
Could be do you have a storm coming through?
No,
I know we
it's
do
not
right
a
now.
storm. It's just flickering. I don't know why, but anyway, I'm gonna change that light real quick. Let's put some light on me and see if that helps with the flicker. But we're not gonna have as much blue in it tonight. Poltergeist. Damien Thorne says poltergeist. So I've got all the full lights on me now, Michael. So I'm like you right now. I feel like I'm getting a suntan with all these lights blaring on me. But yeah, Double D Dig says 175 people for this hunt. So that again, smaller hunt, not as big as it was last year. We had over 1,000 people at Dig Stock last year. It was a massive event. It was a great event. But again, this one's going to be a little bit smaller, 175, I believe, and so on. Tim Man says the picture is okay on his end. Well, it's still flickering. I don't know what that is.
Cut those disco lights off in the background.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is. But anyway, I apologize. It is flickering, though. It's flickering on my end, but that's okay. Alabama Digger says he'll be in South Carolina next weekend freestyling, trying to get on the goodies, miss the low country. Low country, South Carolina is a great area to be metal detecting, and you can find some great things down below Charleston and below. Most of those areas are really, really good areas to go out hunting. Finders Keeper says that's Calabash. He snuck into your test garden. I don't know. We were gonna have Calabash on tonight, but Calabash was having some issues, some things going on. He's got some family things going on right now, but we do miss him, and we are praying for him as he's dealing with some family stuff right now. But
Hey Brian,
yeah.
If he said lay off the LSD, he said it looks fine to him.
I know, but I'm seeing a glitch. I don't know what you guys are seeing, but I'm seeing a glitch, and it's driving me bananas. It's flashing behind me in the background. It looks like lightning almost. But anyway, it's all good. No problem on my end. Well, thank you guys. So maybe it's just my end. I don't know. But anyway, Damian Button says it's all those buttons you found. At least one must be haunted. I found a bunch. It's a Confederate soldier haunting me for sure. So, but anyway, say special prayer for Calabash. He is dealing with some family problem or family issues right now, medical issues, health issues, and so on. So please say a prayer for him. We do miss him, and he is going to try to get on with us sometime in the near future. So again, we will make sure he does that, and he'll be back with us real soon. Heavy Metal Detectors Facebook group. Glad to have him in here. Good evening, y'all. Really have enjoyed Calabash Teaches. Have a club has have club like difficulties. That's what it feels like. I feel like I'm flashing. I don't know what that is. It's weird. Tashridge Digger says it would be nice if all of us get together for a seated or live dig and get to know one another for some good fun. Yeah, this is a great group. I'm so lucky and so fortunate that I have you guys in here with me every weekend, and we always have a great time, and it's just a fun time. And everyone in here is so cordial and so willing to share information. It really makes for a great situation. Digging Daryl says, I noticed I was sweeping over iron. It would give me a good signal and then a grunt. It would show an 80 and then a 7 on the screen. Are you guys seeing the same things using the sweeper program? Yes. But to put it mildly, yes, you can turn on that signal. Now, I will say this, Digging Dale, sometimes that signal will turn out to be something good. But if you can turn on it and still get that 180-degree two-way signal, then you might want to dig it. But if you go all the
Well,
way,
that grunt is probably, you know, that grunt's probably your telltale signal right there. You know, if you're getting that grunt,
well, but
you
Michael,
know,
I thought that same thing. But one thing I found out was when I mean I would still have some grunt in there, but sometimes if I stayed consistent, I turned on it and I went around it. Sometimes it would stay intact, but still have the grunt mixed in with it. But the one thing that I did notice is that the VDI would remain constant when
right, right.
so that's the thing, Digging Daryl. If that thing remains constant when you do that turn on it, more than likely you need to dig that signal. There's no question about it, even with the grunt sound in it.
Well,
Audio is always key to that. Tell them, Michael.
well, you know, that's one thing that we noticed though in sensitive full tones, your ID in the iron will remain a higher number as opposed to the other programs. You remember we tested that to you.
Right, we did, we did. Carson Chris says I listen for cleaner tones unless there's so many nails. I'm always over iron, and that's the way Michael and I are. Especially me. I'm on some huge, massive plantations right now with tons of iron, and it becomes a crazy thing trying to dig in some of that iron and remain keep my sanity. Sometimes there's so much iron, but you got to listen for that constant signal, and if it can lock on that VDI, that's the main thing there. And if it does, then you need to dig it. Even if you're still hearing the grunt in the background, you need to
Right.
dig that signal. Don't ignore that signal with that Deus 2. That Deus 2 is going to lead you. It's not lying to you. I promise you it's not lying to you. And it might flash up a 7 or 8, but if it still remains a constant and you're still getting the good audio mixed in with that, then you need to dig that signal. Wisco Detect says, hey, Michael, you should be glad you're not hunting here in Wisconsin now. We got about 18, 20 inches of snow. That's true.
Man.
Yeah. Finders Keepers is exactly right. Audio is king. I once dug a 7-inch deep braided hair, large center relic mode flashing, and but the audio was making me. That's right. And that's what I just said. The audio is going to tell you, and then you refer to your VDI if you're really in doubt when it comes to those types of signals. I'm just telling you. I know I've dug way too many of them to not. And the Deus 2 is probably the best out there at doing that. Metal Detective Northwestern Wisconsin says a lot of times I dig the iffy stuff. Just depends on where I'm at. Never hurts to pull some of the iron out. Right. And, and I'll take chances, guys. And I know we all do that. We're going to take chances on some of these signals. Some of these signals can turn out to be some great things, can't they, Michael?
Right. Well, one thing I noticed too the other day, I mean, when you get over a button, you can hear a button. I mean, it's a sweet tone. And, on some of those round balls I dug, it was a good signal, but it's a different tone. You can tell it. It's just not as pure of a sound as that brass, I guess, the lead, and I mean, you just got to kind of get your ear into it, and a lot of times you can tell a good signal. Like he said, audio is king. You can hear it. When you get over a button, you can pretty much call it almost.
Right. Alabama Digger says the day is too pull stuff that even almost sounds like iron. I've dug a few live digs that were disgusting signals and sensitive full tones. You can only dig the clean ones, but you will be surprised if you push it. And he's exactly right. I push mine quite often. Tim Man says upstate red clay versus low country sugar sand. Is there any need to tweak? The day is too. Well, that upcountry red clay is going to have some mineralization to it. And the reason why is because the reason why that clay is red is because that is iron oxidation going on within the soil. There's iron particles within that soil. So you are going to have to make some adjustments to that red clay.
I'm right on the line there too.
Right, yeah. You're going to have to make some adjustments. There's no question about it. Running that machine, you're probably going to have to go to what Michael uses whenever he goes to that highly fertilized field. You might want to go to sensitive. You could try relic and you could try goldfield to help knock out some of that mineralization. That would definitely help, I think, in those cases. Heavy Metal Detectors Facebook group says, I do have a question on the legend. Looking for a good recent coin setup for copper and silver. If anyone has a YouTube recommendation. I do have a program. I have not put that program up yet. So Heavy Metal Detectors Facebook group, stay tuned. I might have that coming real soon. But there are some good ones out there. I think Mental Metal has some good ones as well on coin programs. So you might want to check him out too. He does a great job. Fantastic guy. One of my best friends. And he will definitely, you can go check out his too. But I should have something coming real soon. I have a relic program and a coin program that I've set up for the legend. Oh, and by the way, since we're talking about Nocta products right now, I do have some Nocta machines on the way that I'm going to be showing on the channel. So if any of you guys are interested in Nocta Score, the Ultra, some of their lower tier models, I should have those machines that I'll be showing some information, some content on really, really soon. And of course, you guys know I've got an Equinox 900, which I just recently purchased from Joel, by the way. And I've got a Manticore with the 8-inch coil and the regular size coil. So there's going to be some videos coming for you guys that are into the Mind Lab stuff. I'm going to have some videos up with those. I'm actually going to probably focus on the Manticore this weekend, and I'm going to be using it on a couple of sites. So I look forward to bringing you guys that information on the Mind Lab Manticore coming up really, really soon. And I know we've got a ton of comment in here. Delco Detectives in here. Glad to have you in here with us. William Birch. For me, XY is key. Seems to always tell me what is below the coil. In Wisconsin, I'm not digging really old stuff, but I trust it and always use it. And I know a lot of people that swear by the XY screen. It really works well for them. And if you're used to using that XY screen, it's an awesome tool to have. But it would not be the ultimate dig or not dig factor to me. It'd be a combination of things. Audio first, then VDI, and then the XY would probably be the scenario that I go with. How about you, Michael?
Yeah, I mean, especially getting in heavy iron. We talked about the XY screen. It's a little jumpy. And same way with the Manticore and the 2D screen. It gets a little jumpy, and you get into some heavy iron too.
Yeah, don't tread on me.
You know,
Zero reactivity. I would run zero reactivity or one reactivity, especially on clean ground. You can get away with it. The Deus 2 has phenomenal recovery speed, even at 1 or 2. I've run 1 or 2 on the beach, and it recovers extremely well. Zero reactivity would probably be in an area where I'm open field hunting, but you can get a lot of extreme depth running that zero reactivity. William Birch says, the lake is saving me in Sheboygan, Wisconsin. only 45 inches, but wet, 32 degrees here. So the lake is saving him from getting hammered, is what he's trying to say, with snow. Let's see here. Let's go to Texas. We're getting slammed here. They've got a lot of snow up north. Carson Chris, and this is a great suggestion by Carson Chris. He says, try putting the remote in your pocket, then dig tones. Surprising what you find. I only do this in sites that are old with no modern trash. Very, very good recommendation. And, just don't look at the remote. That's a good thing, too, because sometimes the audio in your ears will be the ultimate discriminator, too. So we really appreciate that tip as well. William Birch says, I think, or Metal Detector Northwestern Wisconsin said, William Birch, I think the lake is saving him too. They're dealing with some bad weather up there. I don't know that I could live up there. I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Teshrees Digger says, if you have some grunts on a one-way signal, you may want to turn the audio filter up to 4 or 5. It may clean up this filter. And I've said this before, the audio filter really comes into great play when you're dealing with deep targets. That audio filter will clean that signal up, especially on deep targets. And it could I've never run it that high, Teshrees Digger. But if it's working for you, I would definitely say, keep doing it. Michael, how high have you run your audio filter?
One.
One
Is the highest I've ran it.
Right. Yes. Digging Daryl's right. Go to Mental Metal for the coin program for the legend. It's got a nice setup for that. So he's exactly right. Finders Keeper says the Manticore will impress. And I've used the Manticore. I was impressed with it the last time I used it. But now I got this 8-inch coil, so I'm real excited about taking it out to some sites and using that 8-inch coil too to see what it does and see how it performs as well. So I'm real excited about using the 8-inch coil. I'm going to be running all-terrain low conductors for you guys that use the Manticore. And we're going to be running a Ferris limits probably around 9 or 4. We're going to be running our stabilizers somewhere between 3 and 4 and see if we can sneak out some targets on some of these beat up sites that I've got and see what we can find. I'm just going to run it all day. I'm just going to dig every single thing that I can dig and see what works best with that Manticore. So I'm real excited about using the MindLab Manticore. Michael, what do you think about the Manticore?
It seems like a great machine. I know Calabash. He spoke highly of it. We talked to him, and I hadn't had a lot of experience with it, but it is it's nicer to swing than the old 800. They've changed some things on as far as the shaft and the ergonomics of it, and I do like the screen on it. It's a wonderful screen, and the 2D screen it is helpful, but it's kind of like the XY, it's a helpful reference, and it does come in handy at times. But
Right.
it's a deep machine,
Well, one thing that I've noticed is, I'll use that screen, but I'm still an audio guy. So I'm going with audio first. Then I go to that screen. I look at the numbers, and the numbers are a little bit jumpy sometimes on the Manticore, just like they are on a lot of the other MindLab machines. And then I look at that trace. Those are going to be the 3 determining factors for me. But that machine, the way it's laid out, the user interface on that screen is really, really, really good. And as much as I love XP, I wish that they could have implemented a better screen design and maybe improve some things with the XY to sort of give us a better tool that way. Yes, go ahead, Michael.
And Daryl, he's absolutely right. Me and you and Calabash have talked about this. He said, remember to not run the sensitivity too high on that Manticore,
right.
Especially in the iron.
Well,
we talked about 18 or 19, and that's, if you run it up in, open ground's fine. Even if the machine's quiet in that.
Oh, I lost Michael. Hopefully he'll be back. He's back. Let me add him back. So
Okay.
We lost you for a second, Michael. Finders Keeper says, I don't even look at the 2D screen on my Manticore. So I'm with him on that. I think the audio is good enough on that machine to actually help you decide whether it's a dig or not dig target. So the 2D screen definitely is it's a benefit, but it's sort of my last resort. If that makes sense to everybody, I'll go with the audio first. I'll listen for again the two-way signal, just like what I do with the Deus 2. I listen for the two-way signal, and then I look at the numbers, and then I might look at the screen if I had to, and look at that trace. Now I know a lot of people that rely solely on that trace, and I'm just not that guy. I'm more of an audio guy, but the trace can be a help. And the way that they've got this thing laid out, I think it works extremely well. So again, I like what I'm seeing from the Manticore. I'm looking forward to taking it out, giving it a good work through as well. NC Lost Relic Recovery says, I go off tone, XY screen and VDI last, been working it for me. And I agree. That's what I just said. And I think that works extremely well. Don't tread on me. Right. Gary Blackwell just released a video where he ran the general program at zero reactivity and sensitivity 99. And again, that's fine. You know, if you can get away with it, do it. But zero reactivity and heavy iron, it's just it's just not going. I don't think it's going to work for me. I have tried it. I've tried it at one, and it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare. You really, really, really can cause problems for me and a lot of this heavy iron that I'm dealing with. But you know, if you're hunting open ground, zero reactivity, and running the sensitivity up, that's the deepest you're going to get, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Search that Dan says, I like the big numbers and it has a ferrous and non-ferrous bars on the side. I was using the XY screen, but switched to the big numbers. I love the big numbers too, Dan. I'm with you 100%. Let's see what else we got here. NC Lobster said he's going to try 0 or 0.5 reactivity this weekend. If you're hunting in an open field, that's the only way to go. You know, if you're going to hunt and you're not dealing with a ton of iron, 0 reactivity of 1, 0.5 reactivity. Those are going to be your best options for digging really deep signals. Civil War bullets, for you guys that are Civil War bullet hunters, that's going to be a way that you can hit some of those bullets. Add the 13-inch coil into that, and you're really going to get a knockout punch. Wouldn't you, Mike?
Yeah. It really enhances those signals, that 13-inch coil at depth. You know, you can it makes them sound like they're 4 inches and they'll be 12 inches, 13 inches deep.
Right. They definitely would. Yeah, we saw those videos. We watched them. You know, their style of hunting and our style of hunting are two totally different things in a lot of cases. But I'm telling you, if you want depth, 0 reactivity, 0.5 reactivity, that's the way to go. 1 reactivity. Go through those places. I got a Civil War campsite that I've tried that on, and it does really, really well. And if you want to really make it even better, put in that audio filter on there. Add that audio filter to it, and you can really get a really good ID and a clear sound on some of those really deep signals. Michael knows. He's seen it. So heavy metal detector says, sound like you should take your son to do all that digging. I guess so. I wish I had a son. Michael's my son. I don't know. He's probably referring to somebody else. But anyway, yeah, when we dig deep, we dig deep. LC Hunt, thank you so much. Remember, all contributions tonight, super chat, super thanks. Thank you, guys. Please don't hesitate because I'll appreciate it. I spend a good bit of money to do live streams, to have cameras, to do all the things that I do out in the field, bring you guys content, be here every night. A lot of that money just goes straight back into the channel, and we appreciate it. Thank you so much, LC Hunt. Great supporter of the channel. Glad to see him back because we've missed him for the last few times, but super excited to have him in here with us tonight. Thank you again for the donation. William Birch says a good tone, but an unknown VDI rewarded me with a 10K. Right. And sometimes you're not going to get that clear VDI. We know that. Sometimes it can be a little bit bouncy, a little bit shaky. Maybe it's not the exact VDI that you thought it was going to be. And then once you dug it, it turns out to be something spectacular. How many times has that happened to you, Michael?
Yeah, several times. I mean, it's all in what else is in the ground with that target, you know.
So
And
Metal Detector CZ Kid says you won't go wrong with low reactivity. It is still plenty fast and deep. And again, I said this earlier. I do back off the sensitivity a bit with that 9-inch, still dig deep, kind of focus the energy. That's true. You can do that. Heavy iron, though, I'm not thinking that zero reactivity is going to work in my situation, but it will work in some other situations for sure. And if it's working for you, definitely keep doing it for sure. Delco Detecting says he learned audio on the Excalibur 2. I had an Excalibur 2, great machine out on the beach, super deep. And you can actually tell a little bit of audio modulation in there, a little bit of difference in the audio on the Excalibur. I could sort of hear it on certain targets and certain coins and that kind of stuff. Tim Man says, I'd be interested to hear if the Manticore relic hunters use the 6 or 8-inch instead of the stock coil. That will be interesting. I've got a good friend of mine, and all he does is use the stock coil, and he does really, really well with the Manticore. And he finds a lot of stuff. He's got more ground coverage. I think with the new stabilizer feature that they've implemented on the Manticore, I think that really, really has changed that machine. And I've used it, and it worked really well for me. And I'm going to continue to use it on this next hunt. And I'm going to use the 8-inch and the 11-inch this weekend and try to bring you guys some good content with the Manticore because it is a great machine. I'm not ignoring it. I know that it's a good machine. It's right there with the Deus 2. I prefer the Deus 2 because it's lightweight. It works real well in my environments. It works real well on my sites. And that's why I use it. But and it's always been great for me. But I am going to give all these other machines a fair shot. I do want to show them and bring you guys the most comprehensive information that I can possibly bring using these machines and showing you guys these things as well. Don't tread on me. Deus 2 superpower is in its tones, and he's exactly right. You know, the tones running in PWM and then deciding whether maybe you want to run high square. That's where the Deus 2 really, really, really excels. Finders Keeper says he never goes beyond 23 sensitivity. And I've been seeing a lot of things lately where there have been people that have been running at 19 and 18, and they found that machine ran really, really well at that lower sensitivity, Finders Keepers. So you might want to check that out and try it just to see and see if that might work even a little better for you. But if 23 is working, go with it. That's the way I feel about that as well. Digging Daryl says 2D screen is pretty good, showing if there is more than one target. Right, and I've seen this multiple times. Surfside Dan's on here. He's got the Manticore, and he and I have been hunting together, and there was a good target that he had the other day, and you could clearly see that there were 2 targets there. Now, when you start throwing a whole bunch of targets underneath that coil, then it becomes an issue with that 2D screen. Michael, what do you think about that 2D screen with that?
well, I mean, I can see that. You know, let's say if it's a dime and a nickel, you know, they're going to be on opposite ends of the screen. But if there's 2 pennies together, does it kind of it's harder to tell if it's 2 signals that have the pretty much the same, you know, VDI number. I'm guessing, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, so if you got 2 pennies in a hole, you know, it would be, I guess it would be harder to tell there's 2 targets down there than say a nickel.
Well, they would overlap. I've never
Okay.
seen, and when you get multiple targets on it, it tends to bleed a lot more into all those different areas, all those different zones or target ranges in the upper ferrous and lower ferrous. I mean, you get them either coming up or you get them coming down. So it does become an issue, but it can be good when you have multiple targets and you don't have a lot of other stuff laying around it. So, and I've seen it happen. I've seen Dan dig some targets with those multiple targets laying around it. So that's really, really, really good. Edward G's right. VDI consistency is also a telltale sign. Wisco Detect says low and slow, 0 to 1 equals deep. Exactly. Wisco Detect's right on that. It can be amazing in iron. I don't know why, but I have picked 2 coins out of iron now that way. And that's great. That's great. I mean, if it's working for you, I'm always the first one to say, don't listen to what I'm saying. Do what's working for you. If you feel like that's the way you need to hunt, then hunt with it and go with it. And I keep on going. I definitely would. Um, Fly Rock says price of Manticore went up now. It's now $16.99 for Manticore. That's a lot of money for a machine, Michael.
It is.
It's a good machine though. It really is. And $16.99. I mean, it's still one of the best out there for sure.
I
Jay,
just wish they would have included that module when they initially released it. I
mhm.
wish they would have done that.
I wish they would have released that WMO9. And we've got Joel on here, and he can tell us how much he can get a WMO9 for. So we might look at that in just a second. Don't Tread on Me says, I run wide open, no filters, high square, full tones. Hey, that's the way to go right there. Don't Tread on Me. If you want to push that machine to its limits, that's the way to do it. Run it wide open. Don't put any filters on it, and then go to town. I mean, that's great. I love hunting that way. That drives some people crazy hunting that way, but I love hunting that way. So that's a great setup for sure. Workman's Adventure says, I love the stock coil. I've done great with it. I do hunt fields a lot. Very good. Surfside Dan says, has anyone tried ground bounce in this sequence? And Surfside Dan and I sort of had this conversation last week. I think I shared it on here last week during the live stream. Michael was on here. But again, you do a noise cancel, then run sensitivity up till it gets noisy, then back off the ground balance. Surfside Dan says it makes a difference. And Surfside Dan dug a great button the other day using that particular setup. And he was so excited about it to show it. And I should have put that up. I did not put that up on my finds of the week, and I need to. But anyway, it's a beautiful button. It's got a lady's face on it. And it's got porcelain. I believe it's like porcelain. And Dan can attest to this or tell us what it is. It's got like a porcelain lady's face in the center of the button. It's a pretty button. One of the ones that I've rarely seen, but very nice button for sure.
Kind of like a cameo.
It's sort of like a cameo, but it is a beautiful, beautiful find that he made. We were hunting one of my sites, and Dan did really, really well finding that as well. And I've got to share that. So thank you, Dan, for coming in here and sharing that little piece. Now, Dan got that information from the Mine Lab engineers. So that's why he's saying run your machine like this and do this. So that definitely is where he got that information. Workman's Adventure says, there you go. I run my Manticore at 19 to 20 sensitivity. And I've heard even 18 that it runs really, really well at that lower sensitivity. Now they gave us all this power, but do we really need all that power is the question. And 19 to 20, that sounds about right. Metal to Tail was no rudest questions tonight from for Michael and I. We're not into the rudest. That's Calabash and Iffy's deal for sure. We're only focused on the machines that we know we can get. But again, it is out there. So you guys, Iffy says, ha ha, CZ. You guys can go to Iffy and Calabash if y'all want to see about the rudest. Teshri's Digger says it's all site dependent. Finders Keeper says I tried that too. Depends on program too. High conductor gets chatty before general or low. Okay, very good. Thank you for sharing that, Finders Keepers. Wisco Detect says I hate it when detectors get bashed for trying new things. Right. Well, you can try all kinds of new things. I mean, whatever works for you, or it's going to be where I tell you to go. I'm never going to tell you what you're doing is wrong. I would never say that because we're all different. Our conditions are different. Our sites are different. And so that's why I would say, hey, if it's working for you, keep doing it. If you believe that that's the settings that work in your area on that particular site, then go with it. I'm never going to be the guy that says, hey, you're doing this all wrong. You're not. You're doing it exactly right because you're doing it the way that it was meant to be done. That machine is made to be customizable for your site under your conditions at that particular time. And some of you guys have found out running these machines at these different settings are going to give you the optimal results, won't they, Michael?
That's right.
Right. I can only show what I'm doing in my area. My area is totally different from someone living in New England, someone living in like Wisco Tech, living in Wisconsin, someone living in Nevada, someone living in California. My conditions and soil is totally different from theirs. And so there are certain things that are going to work really, really well in those areas that maybe don't work in my areas. I know what works in my areas, and that's a lot of the stuff I'm telling you. But again, there are better settings in some cases in different areas and some different situations that you can use these machines in. That's the beauty of the XP machine. Isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, that's why it's good. Some of the people on here tonight from different parts of the country can kind of chime in and
Right.
tell
That's
us.
exactly right. And again, it just all depends on what's working for you. I'm not the guy to say, hey, you need to run your machine this way. I'm not that guy, I promise you. I love hearing your guys and hearing your information and what you guys are doing because that's what makes this group so special. Because somebody's going to try some of these things that you guys are sharing on this forum right now and on this live stream. They're going to go out and they're going to try that. And that might be the thing that brings them an unbelievable find. That's why I'm doing this. That's why Michael's here with me. That's why Calabash is doing what he does. Basically the same thing. That's why Iffy does what he does. And so on. We're here to provide and help with information, and sharing information on these live streams is the way we all learn. I mean, there's going to be somebody that's picked up on something tonight and they're going to take that information, they're going to take it out to the field, and they're going to come away with something spectacular. Mark my words. Isn't that right, Michael?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Right. William Birch says, from what I know, high sensitivity doesn't always equal depth. A lower sensitivity will not pick up small metal, but see the bigger target under them works in some situations. And again, raising the sensitivity, we always equate that to maybe a little more depth, but raising the sensitivity could cause you to miss something too that you might not see that is really deep as well. So it's a double-edged sword when you start messing around with sensitivity. Tin Man says, it's too bad that the Manticore does not come with a small coil like the 900, especially for the increasing prices. I got a feeling they'll have a 6-inch coil for that machine. The 8-inch coil, they put that out. It's done very well so far in a lot of tests. So it would not surprise me if MineLab doesn't have a smaller coil for the Manticore really, really soon. Digging Darrell says, hit that like button. Thank you, Digging Darrell. Appreciate him so much. And we've got finds of the week, Michael. We got to get to. We're talking about all kinds of things right now.
Ask you about that.
Yeah, we're getting there for sure. Finders Keeper says, is it really expensive though? 10 plus years ago, yeah, the CTX. What a classic example. Finders Keepers, thanks for bringing that up. Was 2,500 and the E-Track was 1,500. So we're still in that same ballpark. And you got to think the technology has improved since the CTX and since the E-Track. I actually used an E-Track, so I can relate to that comment so well. And I know how much the CTX was, but you got to think the technology of these machines today are blowing away the CTX for sure. In a lot of situations, Calabash has actually even showed that. If he says that it's still $2,000 for a CTX. Don't Tread on Me says, still waiting for the days to high frequency small elliptical. That will be great. And I got a feeling it's coming. I just don't know when. And hopefully maybe next year. Let's hope for sure. Workman's Adventure says, yes, I tried. It seems to to help. Going to try it again tomorrow. Of course, I think that's a response to something else. I might have missed it. Sure, a new coil is coming soon. Don't I would not hesitate to pick one up. Me either. It's going to be a great thing, I think, when we get it. Just throwing it out there for $1,500, you pretty much get 2 metal detectors with exactly Wisco. If you bought the XP-2 with the WS6 headphones, you really got two machines. All you need is a shaft. You're off and running. Change a coil out, switch a coil out, you're off and running. So definitely, for sure. Edward G says, since I got the Xterra Pro, now I'm going to compare the signals to my Legend for a bit to see how it compares signal to signal. And I'm going to be honest with you, Edward G, the Legend, your ID is probably going to be more stable and more concise than probably what you're going to see from the Xterra. But the Xterra is a great machine too. For $269 or $259, it's a great machine. But the Legend definitely holds its own. The Legend holds its own against a lot of machines for sure. Michael, what were you going to say? I see you want to say something.
The Xterra Pro, it's actually went up to $299, I think now. I think that's right. If Joel can let us know, but
Yeah.
I think it's went up as well. 50,
Well, I saw it on
50.
Amazon still, I believe, at $259, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. LC Hunt says discrimination of negative 6.4, reactivity of 0.5, sensitivity at 98 with my 13-inch coil has uncovered goodies at most pounded sites. LC, I'm real curious. Are you on 0.71 or 1.1 running those types of settings? That would be my question. Finders Keepers again says Deus 2 is no doubt a bargain, but not everyone meshes with the audio. And that's true. Yeah, we've seen that on multiple occasions about that happening. So again, let's see. Blasted Cat's on here. Glad to have Blasted Cat. First time we've seen him. He says, hi, guys. Just updated my new Deus 2 to 2.0, then updated my WSA2 headphones. Now they are dead. Should have updated the headphones. Can't get them to turn off. I'm sure it's me. Any ideas? I would just go back through the update process again. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I would probably do that. Just re-update it.
Yeah,
I
would definitely do that. So let's see. Yeah, you got to update the headphones. That was from Joel. The Deus 2 is a definite and intriguing machine, no doubt, definitely for sure. I always adjust to my conditions. It is really the only way to get what you want out of your machine. Got to put that time in, really no other way. And he's exactly right. And I've said this, just like what I said a few minutes ago when we were talking about settings and setting up things different ways and so on. Again, a lot of that is revolving around your site. You know, you need to set your machine up with what works best for you on your site on that particular day. And conditions, soil, all of that plays a role into it, which makes the Deus 2 probably one of the most powerful machines in that particular situation. What do you think, Michael?
Yeah, well, like William Burns, he said, I try things to see if it works. You will be surprised what you find about your detector and what you find. I mean, it never hurts to experiment, try new things, you know.
It never hurts to experiment, and we're the guys here to share information. That's why we do what we do, and that's why you guys are on here sharing your information, what you're seeing out in the field. And again, what you guys share is going to help someone, you know, with setting up their machine. So that's why it's good that we do this for sure. Ben Boz is in here. Thank you, Ben. Glad to have you in here. Appreciate your email the other day. Thank you so much about the lead black bag seal. If you guys haven't seen my video, check out that video with the lead bag seal. It's pretty crazy fine. And I was super excited about it. So yes, let's see what else we got here. Hidden cost with the Xterra, some sort of earbuds, headphones, right? You don't get headphones with the Xterra, so you have to end up buying headphones with it. And that adds to that cost for sure. I don't know why MindLab just didn't include headphones. I guess they just wanted to show they can make a machine under $300. but I don't know. LC Hunt says he's using 2.0, running that reactivity that low. Now, LC, I know you know this, but one thing that, and this is from XP, this is not from me. One thing they said, when you start running that discrimination down that low, it can make the machine sort of highly unstable, and it can cause problems digging more iron. Now, apparently, you're not digging more iron because you're running it in that fashion. But just be aware of that. That's one thing too that could be happening. And if you're not digging iron and you're able to hunt with it using that low discrimination, then have at it, and that's awesome if you can get away with running the discrimination that low and opening it up that wide. Now, I will say this, and Michael knows this too. I used to run my Deus One with that negative discrimination, and it worked really well. The Deus Two, I haven't found that to be the case versus the Deus One. But if it's working for you, again, I say go with it. Keep doing what you're doing, brother. You're digging some great stuff, and keep after it because it's definitely working for you on your conditions and your soil and your sites for sure. Surfside Dan says, anyone on here from New England states? Yeah, he's got a bunch of sites. He can share some information with you. So contact Dan if you would like to, and he'll be glad to share some information about some places where you might can find some silver for sure. Metal Detecting CZ Key for Blasted Cat says, let the batteries run down if it's frozen, then re-update. Thank you, Metal Detecting with CZ Kid. If he signals says, where you at? He's in Rhode Island, Dan. So give him a shout. I think Dan's got a lot of information for, I believe it's upstate New York. I could be wrong. So, yes, thank you so much, Ben. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps out with the algorithm. Definitely helps out a ton. Anything for Alabama, Surfside moving to Alabama or moving to Huntsville at the end of the month. Looking forward to getting into some hunting up here and there in Tennessee. So there you go. Middle Technical CZ Kid. Thank you, Doug. That's why we're here, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. As a guy who has only detected 1 year, I've learned a lot from these live videos. And that's what we're here for. We're just here to try to share information. And everybody's got some great ideas on here about setting up the Deus 2, setting up their machines, and sharing that information. So that makes it really, really, really good, the group that we have. Let's see here. Yeah, LC says I have very mild soul, so I can hear the iron. If he can get, like I said, LC, if you get away with running that negative discrimination and it's working for you, that's awesome, dude. I'd love to see some of your finds. You need to send me some of your finds so we can share them on our finds of the week. The Deus 2 is a powerful detector, and sometimes it takes a lot to wrap your head around it. Just try different settings, and if need be, go back to stop program to see if your new settings are better. Right, and William, you brought up a great point. A lot of us don't utilize that idea of setting up a program and then being able to have another program right next to it, and we can flip back and forth to see, whether our target is reading the same. Don't you like that feature, Michael?
I do like that, and I often do that. I'll get back to the stock program and see if I can hear the signal, that I've got if it sounds any better or worse or the same.
Right.
To see if if what I'm running has an advantage to it,
Right. Carson Chris, thank you so much for the super sticker, $2.99. Appreciate you so much, buddy. Great support of the channel. Always appreciate you doing that for us. William Birch is exactly right. I bounced the different programs to see if there's better for the location. Right. And Wisco Detect says, hey, Teach, I got my notification. Which, by the way, I'm getting ready to bring that up. I am going to be on SoFlo, their channel, and I'm going to show that in just a few minutes on Sunday night at 8 o'clock. You guys might want to come over and check that out. They're going to be they're mainly beach hunters. They're not as much relic hunters as they are beach hunters, but I will be over there with them discussing metal detecting and so on. So check them out on Sunday night at 8 o'clock if you're around. Come and check me out. I would appreciate it, and I know they would appreciate it too. Super nice couple, and I'm going to be on there just having fun, just like I always do with Michael as well. So again, I'm looking forward to that coming up. So Michael, we need to do our finds because we've already been on here an hour and we've rambled around all over the place, but it's been good. It's been some great conversation.
Oh yeah.
Digging Darrell says shovels are a very important detecting tool. I use the Predator shovels. Share what shovels you guys use. Now, Michael is the shovel. You're talking about somebody that knows his shovels. That's that man. That's that man over there. Michael, tell them about your shovels.
Yeah, I got several Predator shovels. I got some for digging, in the harder soil and some for the sandier soil as well. So I mean, I know the owner, and he's a great guy, and I just have a good relationship with him, and I bought several shovels from
Right.
over the years. So
Right. So there's a couple of them. Finders Keeper says he uses the Predator Phoenix. I'm not familiar with that. Which one do I have, Michael? I have a Predator. What's the Predator one that
you
I
got
have?
a piranha,
The Piranha. I have the Piranha. It's a good shovel. I like it. My shovel, though, is still, Michael knows what my shovel is. It's the Root Slayer, and it's a $59 shovel that you can get off of Amazon. But I'm telling you guys, I love that thing. And now it's heavy. I'll be honest with you. It's probably one of the heaviest shovels you ever picked up. But when I'm in the situation where I need to cut through some roots and I want to get through something, it really performs very, very well. Northwestern Wisconsin says Excalibur Merlin. Finders Keeper says, I really want the Hornet. Wisconsin Tech says, I like my Nocta shovel. That Nocta shovel is pretty cool because it's collapsible. Have you ever seen that shovel?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
Joe he actually sells those shovels if you're interested.
Yeah. All right. We're gonna give Joel his due in just a second too. Workman's Adventure says I use Rebel iron shovels. Good, good, good. Blasted Cat says, hey, Teach, I found the information on the site we were talking about. I think it's going to be awesome. That is so good, Blasted Cat. I'm glad to hear that. And I can't wait to see what you find. Blasted Cat's got a really cool site that he's on. And he's been sort of sharing a little bit of that information with me. And I tried to help him as much as I could. And I think he's on to something really, really good. 39-inch Root Slayer knob handle. I've got one of those too. Don't tread on me. Very, very nice shovel. Carson Chris says, I use a Lesh 36 with the T handle attached to the back. And I've got one of those too that I have a Lesh shovel as well. Metal Detecting with Easy Kid says, I use the Predator Raptor hand digger, the Phoenix, and just got the Ultra Phantom. I have about wore out the Phoenix. Really like that shovel. So maybe you need to contact Joel in just a few minutes. Metal Detecting with Easy Kid. My Merlin comes apart and has 2 different spades. You can get up to 3. Iffy Signal says on the Raptor, anyone use Motley shovel scoops? I have never. I've heard good things about those scoops, but I've never actually used one. You ever use Motley scoops?
I haven't. They're kind of new to the
Right.
United States, I think. And I know a couple of guys on YouTube that use them, and they seem to like them.
Right. Carol Rice says
But
the one that they like is the Evolution Trowel Short Handle Digger. I don't think I've ever used that one either. Michael brought me a Root Slayer digger, a little hand trowel digger too, as well. And I've enjoyed having that. I've never been really big into the handheld ones, but it's been nice because sometimes and I know if he's on here right now, I hit a couple of targets. They were all junk targets, thank the Lord. But I did hit a couple of targets the other day with my shovel. And probably if I'd have had that trowel, I should have used it a lot more. And Michael, I appreciate that trowel as well. Finders Keeper says, I like the Raptor for yards or areas. I'm leery about carrying a shovel. Right. Yeah, those are good when you're in a yard. I don't do a ton of yard digging. But if I did, that would be what I would use, one of those smaller shovels or hand trowels as well. Metal Tank with CZ Kids, Extreme Scoops for me. That thing is indestructible. And I've heard a lot of good things about Extreme
I've got one of
Scoops.
those.
Right. So let's get to our finds because Michael, we have rambled on, and it's already over an hour, and I don't want to be on here too terribly long tonight. But again, finds of our followers. Let's go through that real quick. I appreciate every single one of you that shared your finds tonight with us. And we've got a couple of people in the house that have done that. We're also going to do a giveaway. Okay. So you might want to stay tuned for that. We are going to do a giveaway towards the end. And I'll tell you real soon what that giveaway is going to be. But let's go through these finds of our followers. Again, all of these finds are brought to you tonight by Joel Liebelt, and he is our main sponsor, Metal Detecting Buy, Sell, and Trade USA. He sells MindLab, Nocta, XP accessories, which we just talked about. If you need anything, give Joel a shout. His contact information is up there, and he can get you whatever you like, whatever you need. Give Joel a try. I promise you, he will try to get you hooked up with the best deal. But again, this live stream is sponsored by Metal Detecting, Buy, Sell, Trade USA. So definitely check Joel out. Joel has been a great sponsor of the channel, and we appreciate him for all the things that he has done for me, for Michael, and for the channel as well. So definitely check Joel out. The first find is from Digging Daryl. Digging Daryl's got a nice three ringer there, what it looks like, and looks like a great seal button, which is an extremely nice find. I love finding those World War II buttons. I know that they're not that old, but they're still part of history, and you guys know I love history. So great finds by Digging Daryl here, and Digging Daryl is hopefully he's still on there with us as well. So Digging Daryl, those are your finds. We want to make sure that we got those up. Next find is from Mr. Doug Atkins, who we're super excited that he was on here tonight with us. It's a 4-pound Borman cannonball. He dug this, and it was 13 inches deep, and y'all can see it right there. 4-pound Borman cannonball. Really cool find there. Michael, you ever dug a cannonball? Have you dug a cannonball?
I've dug a lot of frags, but
Never a complete one?
never a complete one.
So again, 4-pound Borman cannonball by Mr. Doug Atkins. Super nice find. I love those cannonballs. I've got a 6-pound shot. It's actually right here behind me on my shelf, but was super excited when I dug that as well. So congratulations to Digging Daryl. Congratulations to Mr. Doug Atkins. Super finds and love seeing this stuff come out of the ground. Mr. Phil Tinsley, who was on here earlier. Hopefully Phil's still on here with us. Now, Phil's got a couple of nice finds here, Michael. He's got a cat buzz, a War of 1812 button, and what he believes could possibly be a tag. I don't know if he ever found out if that crumpled up piece was a tag or not, but you can see he's got some pipes in, some black glass base of a black glass bottle, a D buckle, and some really cool pottery shards there. So
I think he commented earlier that it wasn't a tag, but I'm not sure. I think he
it
did
was
comment that it wasn't.
it was an attack. And he and I met the other day when I went to the relic hunting show here in Charleston, and we were talking. And we always said, you know, after you have a great day of digging, it's always nice to sit down with a nice little shot of bourbon. that's why that picture of the bourbon's up there. But again, great day by Phil. Super nice guy, and so enjoyed meeting him at the relic hunting show down in Charleston. And the relic show was just a great time. Met a lot of people there, and glad to meet Phil there as well. And he tried to get me to go metal detecting, but unfortunately, I didn't have my metal detector, so I wasn't able to go. But I would have loved to have gone with Phil because I think Phil's got some really
That's
nice.
why you never go out of town without your metal detector.
That's right.
Know
That's
that.
right. Right. That's yeah. But Phil had some really super finds, and Phil is a super nice guy. I met him and his wife at the Relic Show down in Charleston, and it was a good time. We really had a blast digging, being around all those great relics. Now to Joel. Joel has some great products, guys. If you are looking for a used Equinox 900, Joel has one up here right now, $799. Uh, it's a super clean machine. Does have a screen cover on it, but super nice machine, $799. He also has a used 15-inch coil, which you see here pictured. He is selling that 15-inch coil for $159. Both great prices. Michael, that 900 is pretty expensive. I think it's $11.99. Joel, am I correct? New?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think yeah, it's went up good.
11.99. He's selling one for 7.99. So that's a good discount there. So you definitely want to give Joel a shout if you're interested in getting an Equinox 900. I have the Equinox 900. I love that machine. Used it the other day out on the plantation. Um, Joel says that the Equinox 900 right now is 1149, but again, a great savings on a used Equinox 900 at 799. 15-inch coil you can get for 159. Those are great prices. You're not going to find a better deal anywhere else. Check Joel out. Again, used Equinox 900, 799, and so on. And the 15-inch coil at $159. Tim, man, he's on here. We're going to share his thing. He says, I don't think this one is a tag, but you have to expect these tags to be balled up in these fields. Never unfold. Leave that to the experts with the oven. Right. Because I would hate to see that thing break. I would definitely. Wouldn't you, Michael, hate to see a slave tag break up? Yeah.
That'd be terrible.
Joel says that this 900 it's hard to tell that it was used. And if he's saying that, it's true, guys. I promise you. So again, that's a good deal. If you're looking for an Equinox 900 used, 799 shipped, and then a 15-inch coil used as well. Joel can get you hooked up with some pretty good deals on those products. The next product is from Joel too. We've got a Manticore with the 15-inch coil. You can get the whole package that you see here for 2045, which is actually not a bad deal considering you're getting the 15-inch coil. So again, not a bad deal. Joel also said too that on the 900, the 6 and 11-inch coil, they were never used on that 900. So you might want to give Joel a shout. That's a pretty good deal, isn't it, Michael?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, definitely. And this is a Manticore complete package with the 15-inch coil for 2045. Definitely a good bargain there for that with that 15-inch coil. You get the 15-inch coil, the 11-inch coil. So again, great deal there for the Manticore, and these are brand new machines naturally. And then the last one is the one that I think a lot of people are really going to be interested in, and that's going to be the Manticore with the 8-inch coil. So you get an M8 and the Manticore with the headphones and everything for 1950. So Joel can get you hooked up with a Manticore if you're interested in the Manticore. He's got the 15 and the 8-inch coil to get you going and get you started with MindLab products. So check out Joel on that as well.
Can he get the WM9 module? And
Right,
what's
and
the
that was
price
one
on that
thing we
right now?
said earlier. So Joel, I know you're on here. WMO9s, do you have those in stock in case somebody wanted those for their Manticore or for their other machines? Do you have the WMO9 yet? And maybe he'll respond. Yeah, Digging Daryl wanted to know the 900 probably still has a factory warranty left on it. And Joel can answer that question, Digging Daryl, and hopefully he will. But again, these are great deals on some great machines. Um, yeah, Joel says he has not gotten the WMO9, but hopefully he'll have that really soon. And you can check Joel out if you have the Manticore or some of the other MindLab machines and you want to get the WMO9, then give Joel a shout for sure. Yes, Wisco says, please, detectors, don't forget to hit. Thank you, Wisco Detect. We appreciate it. Joel says that the 900 still has 2 years warranty left on it. So that's there you go. So Tim Man says that M8 package looks good, and it is. And I've got that package right now with the M8 coil. And man, that's a sweet setup if you're looking for the Manticore for sure. Joel says also too, you can pre-order the WMO9s, so you can get one as soon as he gets one, and he ships those out real quick. I promise you, everything that I've gotten from Joel, and Michael will attest to this too, everything that he's gotten from Joel, we get those things, Johnny, on the spot, don't we, Michael?
That's right.
Right.
I
Workman's
imagine that WMO9 is probably the fastest. It was kind of the same way with the Equinox 800. It's faster than those headphones. I probably about guarantee you it transmits the signal faster.
right. And Joel,
I don't know that for sure, but usually
it
it
does.
does.
It does. You don't have any delay or any lag with that WMO9
Right.
because it's
Right.
instantaneous. So Workman's Adventure says, can you run the WMO9 and the external battery at the same time? Well, you have to charge the WMO9 separately from the machine as well. So I'm assuming that's what he's asking.
Yeah.
Yeah. JC says website advertises not a metal detecting website, right? So it is a Facebook site that he sells through, but you can actually contact him, and I'm going to put his contact information up here next. And there's his contact information. You can call him direct, and that's the other good thing I like about Joel. You know, instead of going to a website, you can call him and actually speak to him, or you can send him an email right here on the screen, and Joel can get you hooked up that way too as well. But you can contact Joel either way. And Joel is a licensed dealer for MindLab, XP, and Nocta products. So you can definitely get anything that those companies have to offer. And I promise you, you won't go wrong with Joel. No question about it. And Joel says too that you should be able to run both with the WMO9 and the other. So definitely true. Damian Thorne says you need to do a special live stream like the Home Shopping Network for some time for detectors and accessories. Well, we might have to do that. We might get Joel on here and we may run like a special thing, and you guys can go and look and buy metal detectors if you're interested, or accessories or something like that. We might do something like that.
Maybe we can have an auction. You gonna be an auctioneer, Brian?
Oh, I don't know if I could do an auctioneering type stuff. Right. So again, Joel's information, you see it scrolling across the bottom. You see it up here on the screen right now. But again, you can contact him direct through the number there. You can screenshot it, take a picture, whatever you need to do. Contact Joel. If you're looking for that 900, you're looking for a Manticore package, Joel has those things for you. And I promise you guys, he'll do you right. He does a great job. And with you coming from my channel to him, you know, he greatly appreciates it as well. So Teshriz Digger says, I'm DAV and I get a 15% discount from MindLab, and you can too if you are a veteran. Right. MindLab does offer a veteran's discount. Talk to Joel again. I know he can get you hooked up. And he says, yep, vet discounts too. There you go. So there you go. Guys, I'm telling you, Joel will treat you right. And all of my stuff that I've gotten recently, I bought from Joel, and I don't know of anybody else I would deal with. I'm just saying it honest. Michael's been dealing with Joel. How long have you been dealing with Joel, Michael?
Years.
Years.
Years. Yeah.
Right. Relics and Rings. If you guys know who Relics and Rings is, he deals with Joel too. So again, super great customer service Joel provides, and always excited when a new product comes out. I know I can go to Joel, and Joel can get me hooked up with all kinds of goodies whenever I need them. And so again, Joel can definitely get you going on the right track. Okay, so Michael, we need to do our giveaway, and then we're going to be out of here. I know we've gone a little bit longer. We've had a lot of great conversation tonight, more conversation than I thought we were going to have, but It's been really, really, really good. So we are going to do our giveaway. Again, tonight, this giveaway is coming from XP. A lot of you are really interested in the Go Terrain app. And so tonight we are going to be giving away a premium membership for the Go Terrain app. Now, just a couple of things before we do the giveaway. First thing is that the premium membership for Apple is for a full year. If you have Android, it's only for 3 months, unfortunately. But if you have an Apple phone, you get it for a full year. I'll send you a code. You punch in that code. You download the Go Terrain app on your iPhone or on your Android device. You punch in this code and you get a free premium membership, which means you can do group hunts. You can mark your targets. You can take pictures of your targets, where you found them, so on. You can track yourself. You can set up boundaries with the Go Terrain app. XP has done a wonderful job on that Go Terrain app. And if you're a person that really wants the most out of your hunts and you go back to multiple spots, this is the way to go, that Go Terrain app. And so this is an awesome, awesome thing. And so if you are interested, you definitely want to get in on this drawing. And I think you guys will appreciate it. If you win, remember, shoot me an email at sransc@gmail.com. I'll put it up after the drawing, so you guys will have that. And we will definitely get you hooked up that way as well. So we're gonna give away a free year-long membership for Apple users for a Go Terrain app. If you're an Android user, 3 months of a premium membership with the Go Terrain app. It's I think that's a $9.99. It's a $10 value for a whole year. So $10, $10. You know, hey, I like the Go Terrain app. I'm actually doing some stuff with a local museum here, and I'm sort of mapping an area. This turns out to be valuable information. I can go back and I know where I've been, what I've done in those areas, take pictures of those finds, save those finds, document. I can even leave a video, Michael, of those finds. Isn't that really cool?
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that
can
is
leave,
cool. That's that
you can leave a
non-speaker.
video, right? And even if you don't want to leave a video, you can leave a voice recording with this Go Terrain app. So there are some really cool things that you can do with this as well. Blasted Cat says, Blasted Cat says, SRA has a backdoor site pirate code for all the it gives away. That's not true. These came straight from XP, Blasted Cat. Love XP. They take care of me. They take care of Calabash. They are a super company. You guys know how involved I am with XP and what they're doing. And they are a super company, and they're trying to provide all the things necessary to provide you with the best metal detecting experience that you can possibly have. So let's do our giveaway, Michael. And we're gonna do this, and we're gonna put in. Let's see if I can type this in without a problem. You know what? I'm not gonna type in.
Hashtag go.
That's exactly right. So that's what we're gonna do. So we are going to, let me share the screen real quick. Let me see if I can find my screen here. Share. All right. So we are going to start collecting comments, and we are going to type in hashtag go. And you can win a free premium membership from XP for the Go Terrain app. Thank you guys for being here tonight. You guys make this special. You guys make this fun. Michael, thank you for being here tonight. Couldn't do this without you, buddy. So excited about having you here. And we just got an amazing group of very knowledgeable metal detectorists on here. Look, if you put in hashtag go. So we got 22, 23. We've got 52 people in here right now. for this Go Terrain app premium membership. And again, XP, thank you so much for allowing us to be able to share this amazing product that you guys have put together. And again, this is super. And I think whoever wins this is going to really enjoy having this membership. Tin Man says he needs a Deus 2 hat for a high profile hunt in long canes. Okay. And we've got some more stuff coming from XP as well. Ben Boggs says, I already have it. We're just learning it. Good. Thank you, Ben. We've got 25 entries. And Damian Thorns is glad to see you finally blocked, Aggie. And guys, even if you don't have an XP machine, you can still utilize the Go Terrain app. For those of you that are MindLab Manticore users or Legend users or Xterra users, whatever, you can still utilize it. The only thing that it will not do is it will not show you the target ID or the VDI number, but you can still mark your target. You can still track your progress. And so on with your phone using the Go Terrain app. Yeah, if he says hashtag DS2 hat. Oh, Lord. You guys are killer. 3XL shirt. We're gone with the 3XL shirts. I got to get some more. So hopefully they'll send me some more for sure. Metal detecting in northwestern Wisconsin. Ben Boggs said, mapped out my test targets in my backyard. There you go, Ben. All right. Has everybody gotten in that wanted to get in? Because we're getting ready to do our drawing. Is everybody in that wants to be in? Oh, somebody wants, James wants that knife. Those knives are nice. They really are. They really are.
Maybe I'll get mine one day.
David Thorns is the rudest hat before they go bankrupt. Oh, no. We can't escape the rudest because Iffy is in here tonight. All right, let's do our drawing. We got 26 people in the running for this. Let's see who is going to be our winner tonight. Michael, who do you think is going to be the winner?
I don't know. Iffy signals, probably.
No, it's not going to be Iffy. Iffy's not winning tonight. Not on this. Let's see what happens. Let's go. All right, let's do our drawing. Here we go. Got some new names in here tonight. Don't tread on me, metal detecting. Very good. So he wins a free premium membership for the Go Terrain app, and he can start testing it out, using it on his sites. Don't tread on me. Just let me know whenever you shoot me an email whether you are using an Apple phone or an Android phone, so I can give you the correct code for that. So congratulations to Don't Tread on Me metal detecting.
Make sure you send him the special version, Brian, where we can tell where he's hunting at.
That's it. I want to know where he's hunting at. I didn't tell them that. If you get one of these apps from me, it actually tells me where you're at. So I'm just joking, guys. It doesn't tell me where you're at. But yes. Michael, you want to do one more? I think we can do one more, can't we?
Yeah, we can do one more.
Okay. All right, let's do one more. Let's see what else I got here in my bag of goodies here. I got a couple of things left, I know here. So only problem is I don't have a lot of shirts left, but I do have a couple of things left. So let me get those out. All right, we're going to do a large, and this is a large, so it's probably going to fit somebody that would wear a medium. So it might be for a very small person. But it is.
If you got a kid that likes.
Yeah, if you got a kid that likes Deus 2, then we have a t-shirt for you, a Deus 2 t-shirt. It is a large. And we're going to do that next. And we will give away a large Deus 2 t-shirt tonight as well. So let's go back to our giveaway tool here, Michael. And we're going to set it up again. And we're going to choose hashtag shirt. Okay, hashtag shirt. And we will, there it is up on the screen. We'll start collecting comments. It's a large Deus 2 shirt. So hopefully we got a couple of small people, or we got a couple of ladies that might like this. You can give it to your wife or somebody that's maybe a little bit smaller. I know most of us are, well, I won't say most of us. I'm just a slow, old, fat guy, I guess, at this point. Yeah.
Don't forget the R in that, guys.
Yes, hashtag shirt. Make sure you type in the shirt. Don't forget all of the letters in there. Don't type in. Don't forget that R. It could get ugly if somebody forgets that R.
Right.
Yeah. Carson Chris says 3X. Carson Chris, I don't have any 3Xs left. But if I did, I'd definitely have it out here. And we've got some more. We're going to get some more. I know they'll send me some stuff in the coming days. Evie Sigma says baby shirt. But it could fit a lady or your wife or maybe your daughter. They can represent. Bart Coven says hashtag fat guy. Extra small. Digging Daryl says he's wearing his new Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt tonight. Thank you, Digging Daryl. And again, you guys can go buy a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt and get the size that you want with Southern Relic Adventures, just like what I have on right now with our logo. It has the logo on the back. For you guys, I don't know if you can see it or not, but you can see the logo on the back. So, yeah, go buy a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. All right. Fly Rock says, I need one of those shirts. He does. And we may give away some Southern Relic Adventures t-shirts too in the coming weeks as well. Yes. Thank you, guys. Ivy says I'm wearing my Southern Relic 801. You're bad, Ivy. Bad boy. All right. Everybody got in. These days, 2 t-shirts are nice. And hopefully I can get them to send me some more. But the Deus 2 t-shirts are really, really, really nice. Tim Man says a free SRA hunt. Man, you guys are killing me. If I do something like that, it will be one other person. So it'll be a big giveaway if I do that for sure. Let's see here. Wisco to Texas. Hey, Teach, you need to start promoting your stuff. Guys, if you would like to buy a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt, it is on my YouTube channel. Go and buy it. You can see all the different styles, colors. I've got them all. Hoodies, all that sort of stuff is on there. Go get you a Southern Relic Adventures t-shirt. Auction off a hunt. What do you think, Michael? You think I should auction off a hunt with me? Would anybody even want to go on a hunt with me? That's the real question. So we might do that. We might do something like that in the coming
future. He'll fly a drone into your head.
Yeah, look, I flew a drone into my head the other day. Ben Boggs says SRA hunt. Where did I sign up? Yeah, that would be cool. All right, has everybody got in on the shirt? I'm getting ready to do the drawing. I got it the wrong way, Michael. Okay, Deus 2 t-shirt. It's a large. I don't have many more left, so again, that would be cool. Bell says, you bet, Teach. I would hunt with anyone pretty much anywhere. Right, we all would do that, I think. So, very good. All right, we're going to do our drawing for this shirt, and then we are getting out of here. Let's do this drawing real quick. Let's see who's going to win this shirt tonight. 16 people in here. Let's do our drawing. Here we go. Let's see who's going to be the lucky winner tonight. Workman's Adventure. Congratulations on the Deus 2 t-shirt. These are very nice t-shirts. I wish I had more sizes. And I will try to get some more from XP. But again, very nice t-shirts. They got the nice big Deus 2 across it. They're soft too, which is what I like about them. Really soft cotton, but really nice shirt as well. So congratulations, Workman's Adventures, on winning the Deus 2 t-shirt tonight from XP. And we really appreciate XP donating to our channel and being a part of our channel. And of course, I know the majority of you on here are XP Deus 2 users, but we do have some other machines on here too. So some other people that swing some other things. So again, super excited about being able to give these things away. Yeah, I know. Edward's right. He said need to tell the French that we got big people over here. That's exactly right for sure. Ben Boggs says my wife took my t-shirt since it fit her. Right. Still the same email. It is sransc@gmail.com. Let me throw that up real quick for you guys. sransc@gmail.com. You can send that to me. Workman's Adventures and Don't Tread on Me Metal Detecting. Congratulations on your great wins tonight and those giveaways and those prizes. So we're super excited to bring those things and have those things for you guys to actually get. So guys, it's been a great live stream. I've enjoyed it. How about you, Michael? Michael left me. He must have not enjoyed it. Fly Rock, thank you so much for the super sticker. Really appreciate it. Those donations again go straight back to the channel. Guys, support Joel Fly Rock 2 on here. His information again scrolling across the bottom. Super nice guy. We'll take care of you, I promise. I've dealt with Joel, enjoy dealing with Joel. He will make sure you get your stuff. Does a great job of customer service, providing you with everything you need, and a great friend of mine. So super glad to have Joel as a main sponsor on here. Thank you, Dig and Daryl. As always, glad to have you on here. LC Hunt, thank you again for the donation tonight. Appreciate you so much, buddy. Thank you so much. Ben Bog, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys. Bells, thank you for being in here tonight. Carson Chris says, yeah, for the big people, I agree. Thank you, Iffy, for being in here tonight. We'll get Iffy back on here, and he'll share some of his great knowledge as well coming up in the near future. Bells is right. Hope everyone finds a lot of goodies this weekend. Carol Rice, thank you for being on here. Great supporter of the channel. Edward G, thank you as well. Again, thank you to Bells. Michael's back on here with us. Yes, Don't Tread on Me. Appreciate you, buddy, so much. Thank you, NC Lost, Relic Recovery. Always great to have you on here. Ohio Fred, glad to have you on here. Just want to tell everybody good night. Chris, thank you so much. We will be bringing you some more video content this week. So definitely check those things out. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also, too, don't forget about the memberships. Memberships are available for you guys that are still on here and you would like to get involved with Southern Relic Adventures. We host a monthly live stream where we basically cater to those members. We give special perks, giveaways, those types of things to those people. They get a loyalty badge, which shows up on anytime they leave a comment. So the membership package is there. Go sign up today. Get involved with us. I promise you, you won't regret it. We're going to have some great content coming, some great information coming in the near future. So get a membership today. I would greatly appreciate it. Those memberships go to support the channel, just like the super chat and super thanks. But you can become more involved and get some special perks and some special privileges that you don't get on the regular live stream. So definitely go and check those things out. Michael, I think we're done. We got 40 people still in here, but I'm about ready to sign out. How about you?
Yeah, I'm about ready.
Yeah.
You gonna go out this weekend?
I am. I'm gonna try to, and like I was telling everyone, I'm gonna take out the Manticore this weekend. We're gonna be running it through its paces. We're gonna be using that 8-inch coil and the stock coil, and we're gonna go see what we can find. We're probably gonna be digging a lot of targets just to sort of experiment, see what kind of VDIs and how that 2D screen is working. So we're gonna be using the Manticore a little bit this weekend to try to give everybody a good feel for that machine. So you guys can stay tuned for that. Check that video out whenever I drop that video. Hit that notification button, click the bell so you get notified every time I drop a video. And then that way you guys can go and check it out as soon as it hits the airwaves, right?
That's right.
All right. So, guys, take care. I hope everybody has a fantastic and wonderful weekend. Hopefully, some of you have a long weekend with Monday being a holiday with Martin Luther King Day. If you do, then hopefully you get out and go to the tech. If you're snowed in, then tune in and watch a video that I put up and enjoy my adventure while I'm out hunting. But again, hope everybody has a safe and wonderful and happy weekend. And we'll catch you guys real soon on our next adventure. Michael, any parting words before we leave?
I enjoyed it tonight, guys, and I'm actually going out with the NC Lost Relic Recovery this weekend, so
Wow, there
we'll
you
see
go.
what we can find. Michael King.
Yeah, all right. That's going to be great. Well, you guys, I hope you guys have a fantastic. I wish I could be with you. Unfortunately, my wife's been under the weather, so I'm not going to be able to go. But anyway, you guys take care. I hope y'all have a wonderful hunt as well. All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Go find some great things, and we will catch you guys real soon on our next adventure. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon. Check us out coming up in the coming weeks. We'll see you guys. Take care. Have a great one.
Good night, guys.
Good night.